Quarterfinal Thursday of the Class A Boys Basketball State Tournament opens with a matchup featuring some high-flying athletes as Derek Doucette and Minot square off against Slam and Jeremiah Sem in Fargo North. The Magi ended up on top of a loaded WDA field this year and took home the tourney title as well. It starts with defense, where Minot tops the WDA, holding teams under 60 per game. Doucette, who's just a junior, averages 21 points a game, and as teams converge on him, he's developed into a better passer. Senior Eric Wentz also averages double figures and has range to his game. Dean Winchesky's team reached the championship game last year, and they feel they have the ingredients to make another deep run.
We're tough, and we're a lot deeper, I think, than people maybe thought. We had a lot of guys step up today and play extremely hard and play extremely well. And you know, that's why you have teams. That's why it's not just 2 or 3 guys. So I'm extremely proud of our guys, but like I said, we got a lot of work to do.
We're going to try to get what we didn't get last year. We're going to try to finish it off this year.
It's been an interesting year on the north side of Fargo, where they underwent a coaching change mid-season, with Travis Hogue replacing Ted Critchley, who resigned in early February. The talent is there for the Spartans. Sophomores Carter Zeller and Jeremiah Sem both earned all EDC honors and were catalysts in getting the Spartans to state last year, too. Zeller is typically good for a double-double on a nightly basis, while Sem is one of the most prolific scorers in the state, averaging 23 a game. His highlight reel dunks and overall game have opened up eyes on the recruiting trail, too. The Spartans have won 9 of their last 11, and if Sem is making those momentum-changing plays and North gets hot early, look out.
I like when the crowd goes wild when I dunk it. Like, if I go get a crazy play, do something crazy, I like seeing the fans go wild.
We always believe like going on that first half run, and even if we're down, if we don't win that first half, then we have to come out in the second half. We have to come out just as fast like we did against Shanley. We were able to do a quick 10-0 run.
They do all have an end goal in mind, as well as the coaching staff. So we have our goals set, but just playing fast, playing loose, having fun, and then really getting after it on the defensive end.
Quarterfinal 2 pits EDC runner-up Cheyenne against a scrappy Mandan squad. After seeing a talented senior class graduate a year ago, Tom Kirchhoffner has assembled another outstanding rotation this year, led by Region Senior Athlete of the Year Michael Nile. The 6'6 senior is top 3 in the league in scoring, rebounding, and the next tray he makes will be his 50th of the season. He's a versatile player. But if the Mustangs want to end up in the final game, it'll come down to their defense, which has been the best in the EDC over the course of the season, holding teams under 60 points per game.
Well, right now we're just playing together as a group. We're a one-connected unit. We're packing the paint. We got our length, and we're rebounding the ball. We're limiting teams to one possession, and we're making sure that we get more shots than the other team. We got to do a better job of taking care of the ball, but this team is built off of defense. This team is better than last year's teams in terms of defense, holding teams under 60.
Every person on the court just focuses on stopping the one man in front of them and just work as a team.
Mandan is back at state for a 5th straight year, thanks to a state qualifier win over Dickinson. The Braves aren't going to blow you away on paper. In fact, they were the 7th seed in the WDA tournament. Last week's outcomes probably described their season best. A 1-point upset win over Century, followed by a 1-point defeat to Bismarck, and then a 4-point win over the Midgets to extend their season. They are the Cardiac Kids. Senior post player Aaron Grubb has been a model of consistency, while guys like Tri Frank and Luke Darris have shown the ability to heat up as well. It's a blue-collar group, and they're excited to be playing more meaningful basketball.
By the state tournament 4 or 5 years in a row, that's really on this coaching staff. They're a hell of a coaching staff. They definitely know what they're doing, and yeah, it should be fun.
I can't say enough about this group, the determination that we have, and you know, we can adapt to any style. That's what's special about this group of guys. And
here's the quarterfinal that everyone has dubbed the game of the day. East top seed Davies against a Century team that spent multiple weeks on top of the Class A poll this year. The Eagles take a state tournament field best 10-game win streak into Thursday's quarterfinals. Bart Manson has gotten the Eagles to the championship game twice in his tenure, but they haven't won it all since 2014. Nobody can match the 1-2 scoring punch of guards Mason Clabo and Ian Muchenbaker, who've averaged 24 and 19 points respectively. Those two also led the region in helpers with both over 4 a game. The Eagles are shooting a scorching 49% from the field as a team. It's that success that has them coming into the state tournament brimming with confidence.
And I think that's important to go in and when you have games and know that you're going to get, maybe 35 to 40 points from two guys. But it's now, if those guys aren't scoring, and what can we get out of the rest of the guys, and that's what's going to really make us a better team is if we can get some additional guys scoring.
We can put up points, but we can play the games that we don't need to score a lot of points. And like against Cheyenne, we only put up 65, but we still managed to win. And I think that just speaks to our defense as well.
This Century team might be the most talented 4-seed in state tournament history. The Patriots have won 19 games and boast a trio of all WDA picks in sophomore Isaiah Schaefer and juniors Anthony Doppler and Ryan Erickson. Each one of those players averages over 15 points per game, while Erickson leads the conference in rebounds. This is a lineup that's taken its lumps each of the last 2 years, failing to qualify for state. But after gritting out a win against a veteran St. Mary's team in a state qualifier, they're ready to make a splash in the big dance.
The biggest thing, these guys have had some growing pains. They've had to face some adversity playing young, and I think that experience helped them in a game like this because St. Mary's was a veteran team. They're playing a lot of seniors, so anytime you win a game like this, it should give you some momentum going into the next week.
We fight. We just fight and fight. Some games didn't out the way we wanted to, but this team just fights together all as one.
The last quarterfinal is a rematch from last year, with West Fargo taking on Bismarck. The Packers prevailed last year 88-83 en route to winning the state championship. Adam Polcheski graduated Mr. Basketball finalist Carter Barroncott off that team, but had a pretty good nucleus returning. 4 players averaged double figures in the score column, led by newcomer Fodé Sharif, who didn't even play varsity basketball a year ago. Sharif has scored 10 or more points in 17 straight games, including a season-high 32 earlier this year against Davies. The Packers are great at forcing turnovers and attacking in transition, but it'll be tough against a Bismarck team that thrives on those same principles. This season has had some bumps in the road for West Fargo, but if anyone knows how to win 3 games in 3 days on this stage, it's them.
We've preached about consistency all year long, and we need to be consistent at least for 3 more games as far as the effort we put in and our shot selection and decision making. But consistency is going to be huge because if you can be consistently great for 3 straight games, you give yourself a chance.
We're an athletic team. We like to move around, fly around, play fast, and we like to shoot it quick. We're a fast team, and we just like to fly all over the place and be an aggressive team, and we're going to look to do that at state.
The Packers' main task will be trying to hold WDA Senior Athlete of the Year Trayson Eaglestaff in check. The Bismarck senior and UND signee has garnered rave reviews from opposing coaches across the state as being one of the best North Dakota Preps players in recent history. He averages a gaudy 31 points per game and also leads the conference in blocks and steals. As a team, the up-tempo Demons average 94 points per game and have topped the century mark 7 times this season. But just like any squad, they have their flaws. Opposing teams have been creative in how they defend Bismarck, and that's something Jordan Wilhelm's group needs to be prepared for at state.
2 of the 3 games we had this past weekend, we saw some junk defenses. Legacy tried to triangle into us and some box and chase, and then on Saturday night, Minot, the majority of the game, played a box and chase against Trayson too, and they're running doubles at him, running triples at him. And for us, it's not like we haven't seen that. We've seen it all season long. So for us, it's trying to find different ways to get him the ball in different areas, making sure that he's moving and not standing and allowing himself to be defended. We go back and forth as a staff on different ways and what's going to work best for Trayson. And for us, we know that if he's being guarded by 2 guys, it should be advantage us because then we're playing 4-on-3. So we need other guys to be able to step up and go make some plays.